They did it. They actually did it. Triple H just fired Drew McIntyre live at the Royal Rumble, and I'm telling you right now, this is the biggest mistake WWE has made in years. You heard that right. Drew McIntyre, one of the most passionate, dedicated warriors this company has ever seen, was humiliated and terminated in front of millions because he did what any competitor would do. He eliminated Cody Rhodes. And now Triple H wants to play judge, jury, and executioner because his golden boy got tossed over the ropes. This isn't just wrong. This is a slap in the face to every single wrestler who's ever poured their heart into that ring. And if you're not absolutely furious about what just went down, you're not paying attention. Drop a comment right now and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me Drew deserved this. I dare you. But before we dive into this absolute catastrophe, if you're as fired up about this as I am, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications because Ring Rumble 1 is the only place giving you the unfiltered truth about what's really happening in WWE. We don't sugarcoat. We don't play favorites. We tell it like it is. Now let's get into why Triple H just made the worst decision of his executive career. Let's set the scene. The Royal Rumble, one of the biggest nights in WWE. 30 superstars fighting for a shot at glory, at WrestleMania, at immortality. The rules are simple. Throw your opponent over the top rope, both feet hit the floor, they're eliminated. It's survival of the fittest. It's every man for himself. There are no rules about who you can eliminate or when you can eliminate them. Drew McIntyre enters the Rumble. The Scottish Warrior. A former WWE champion. A man who's been to hell and back in this company. He's been fired before. He's rebuilt himself. He's clawed his way back to the top. And he enters that Rumble with one goal: win. That's what you're supposed to do. Cody Rhodes is in the ring. Yes, the American Nightmare. Yes, Triple H's current poster boy. The man who finished his story last year. The man who gets every opportunity, every spotlight, every main event handed to him on a silver platter. And Drew does what any intelligent competitor would do. He sees an opportunity. He sees one of the biggest threats in that match. And he eliminates him. Clean. Legal. Exactly how the Royal Rumble is supposed to work. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Triple H, watching from backstage, loses his mind. He storms out, microphone in hand, and makes the announcement that's going to echo through WWE history for all the wrong reasons. He fires Drew McIntyre. On the spot. Live. In front of 70,000 people in the stadium and millions watching around the world. His reason: the elimination was unnecessary. It was targeting. It was unprofessional. Are you kidding me? Since when is eliminating someone in a Royal Rumble match unprofessional? Since when do we start penalizing wrestlers for doing exactly what they're supposed to do? This is the Royal Rumble. This isn't a charity event. This isn't everyone gets a participation trophy. This is about winning. But no. Because Drew had the audacity to eliminate Cody Rhodes, Triple H's chosen one, the rules suddenly changed. The script got flipped. And a man's entire career, a man's livelihood, gets destroyed because he played the game the way it was designed to be played. Let me ask you something. When Stone Cold Steve Austin was throwing people out left and right, including Vince McMahon's hand-picked favorites, did anyone fire him? When Batista turned on Triple H himself and destroyed Evolution, did anyone terminate his contract? When Roman Reigns has spent years being protected, being positioned, being given every advantage, and someone finally stands up to him, do we fire that person? No. Because that's wrestling. That's competition. That's what makes this business exciting. He conquered the independent scene, he became a global star, and he came back better than ever. He won the WWE Championship. He carried this company through the pandemic with 0 fans in the building, putting on incredible matches night after night with no crowd reaction, no energy, nothing but his own passion and professionalism. Drew McIntyre has earned his spot. He's earned respect. He's earned the right to compete at the highest level without being punished for doing his job. And how does Triple H repay that loyalty? That dedication? That years of service? He fires him. On the biggest stage. In the most humiliating way possible. For doing nothing wrong. You want to know what this really is? This is Triple H protecting his investment. Cody Rhodes is his guy. Cody is the storyline. Cody is the merchandise. Cody is the WrestleMania main event already booked in Triple H's head. And Drew McIntyre. Drew had the nerve to disrupt that plan. Drew had the audacity to treat the Royal Rumble like an actual competition instead of following the predetermined script that Triple H wanted. So Drew had to go. Simple as that. Can't have anyone threatening the golden goose. Can't have anyone showing that maybe, just maybe, there are other talented superstars who deserve opportunities too. This sets a dangerous precedent. Think about what this means for every other wrestler in that locker room. Now they know, if you go against the chosen ones, if you don't play ball with management's plans, your job is on the line. Not because you broke rules. Not because you were unprofessional. But because you had the nerve to try to win. What kind of message does that send? What kind of environment does that create? It creates a locker room full of yes men. It creates a roster full of people afraid to take risks, afraid to stand out, afraid to grab that brass ring because if you grab it at the wrong time or from the wrong person, you're fired. Is that the WWE we want? Is that the wrestling we fell in love with? Absolutely not. The Royal Rumble is supposed to be chaos. It's supposed to be unpredictable. It's supposed to be 30 superstars all fighting for themselves, using whatever tactics necessary to survive and win. That's what makes it special. That's what makes it exciting. The moment you start punishing people for playing the game too well, for being too competitive, for actually trying to win, you've killed what makes the Royal Rumble great. And let's be honest about something else. This isn't even the first time Drew has been screwed over. How many times has Drew been on the verge of a major push, only to have it pulled away for someone else? How many times has he been the bridesmaid instead of the bride? How many times has he proven he can be the guy, only to be told, not yet, or, not you, or, we're going in a different direction? Drew McIntyre is 39 years old. He doesn't have unlimited time left in his career. Every year matters. Every opportunity matters. And now, because he dared to eliminate Cody Rhodes in a match where elimination is the entire point, he's out of a job. The disrespect is staggering. The injustice is infuriating. And if WWE thinks the fans are just going to accept this, they're dead wrong. Social media is already exploding. Fans are outraged. WWE think they're being clever, creating controversy, getting people talking. And sure, we're talking. But we're not talking about how great the product is. We're talking about how awful this decision is. If this is a work, it's a bad one. Because you're damaging Drew McIntyre's credibility. You're making your authority figure look petty and unfair. You're telling your entire roster that merit doesn't matter, loyalty doesn't matter, only politics matter. And if this isn't a work, if Drew is actually fired, then WWE just lost one of their best performers for the stupidest reason imaginable, and they deserve every bit of backlash they're about to receive. Either way, Triple H crossed a line tonight. He made a decision that's going to haunt him and haunt WWE for a long time. Because fans remember. Fans don't forget when their favorites get disrespected. And Drew McIntyre has a lot of fans who are absolutely furious right now. The question is, what happens next? Does WWE try to sweep this under the rug and hope people forget? Did they double down and try to justify this nonsense? Or did they do the right thing, admit they made a mistake, and bring Drew back with the respect and opportunity he deserves? I'll tell you what I think. I think we need to make our voices heard. Comment below. Tell WWE exactly how you feel about this. Share this video. Get the word out. Make it impossible for them to ignore the fan reaction. Because if we stay silent, if we just accept this, then we're telling WWE they can do whatever they want, no matter how unfair, no matter how wrong. Drew McIntyre deserves better. The fans deserve better. And wrestling deserves better than corporate politics destroying what should be pure competition. Triple H, you made a mistake tonight. A big one. The question is, are you big enough to admit it and fix it? Or are you going to let your ego and your favoritism destroy one of the best talents you have? The world is watching. The fans are waiting. And Drew McIntyre deserves justice. Don't let us down.